Greetings, and welcome once again to Creepy Ghoul Vision. I am Creepy Ghoul, your host. Thank you for tuning in. Someone want to give me some head? How's it going, guys? Okay. So in this video, I got some punk rock stuff for you, and some miscellaneous odds and ends for you. Okay, so this is going to be a punk rock and the rest video. So let's begin. Again, I'm having problems with this background atmosphere. It's not sitting well with me. So I'm going to have to put this video on pause while I take care of this situation. Excuse me for just a minute. Okay, we're back. I think I've got the situation under control. Alright, so let's get to it, guys. I got some records, I got some tapes, I got some t-shirts, I got some patches, I got some publications. Yes, publications. Okay, but first I want to give a couple shout-outs. Well, I want to give one shout-out in particular to one of my best friends in this entire world, ALEXIS Child. She just had her newest collection of horror, dark horror poetry published. Here's the cover of the book, called Singing the Bones. And there's the back of the book right there. You need to get yourself a copy of this book if you're into horror, dark horror poetry. You need to get this book. It's on Amazon right now. I'm gonna put the link in the description box. You check this out. There you go. All right, let's get to it. Just had some stuff come in. Here we go right here. Let's get to it right now. Where do I begin? All right, it's the return of the records. So let's get to some of the records right here, right now. There we go. 110% original. This is one of the first ever Misfits bootlegs on LP, not vinyl, but LP, wax, record. Eyes to Despise came out way back in the very extreme early 90s, like we're talking 1990 here, okay, when Misfits bootlegs were popping up towards the late 80s. This is one of the, I didn't say the first, I said one of the first ever Misfits bootlegs right here. I'm happy to get my hands on it right there. Yeah, these are all recordings by now we've probably already heard before. This is the original pressing of it right here from back in the day. We got a lot of stuff. We got Live in New York City 82, studio outtakes, unreleased Static Age demo, Al's Bar, Bookies at Detroit, which is another infamous show right there from 81. There you go right there. And there's the back cover of it right there. Some Tom Savini effects from, you know what that movie's from. But anyhow, yeah, really happy to get my hands on this. I didn't pay a hell of a lot for it, but I paid enough for it that I wanted to have it. It's a double LP set of a lot of recordings, man, I'm telling you. And I really wanted to get a piece of Misfits. I know this is going to sound weird. I really wanted to get a piece of history of original Misfits bootlegs from back in the day in my collection. And there it is right there. On the Johnson Records right there. I looked this one up on Discogs. Oh yeah, definitely. Surprisingly, it's got the barcode. I don't know whether it's valid or not. Who knows? That record right there is courtesy of one of my favorite record shops to order from out of Chicago, Illinois, that I featured on this channel before, called Suga Records. That's S-H-U-G-A Records. And they were nice enough to send me this really cool slip mat. They were having this crazy anniversary sale. Everything was like 15% off, and I grabbed that Misfits record. And they sent me this really cool slip mat. Funny enough, green and black are my two favorite colors, and I have this bat fetish. There you go, right there. Doesn't get any better than that, man. Talk about synchronicity. Thank you very much, Suga Records. Another Suga Records purchase was a record I've been meaning to purchase for a very long time. Occasionally saw it at one of my local record shops. Then it was gone, but I figured, what the hell, let me just grab it. I have this on CD from the old days. The Misfits meet the Nutley Brass Fiend Club Lounge. This is actually a really cool record, I gotta admit. Yeah, it's like a brass orchestra doing all the classic Misfits songs. Well, two handfuls of them at least. Skulls, Die Die, Halloween, Astro Zombies, etc. There we go, and the infamous artwork by Basil Agogos from Famous Monsters of Filmland magazine. This one, I'm really glad that I got it now, because this one I got, it was the expanded with bonus tracks. So there's the hype sticker right there. And yeah, didn't have this one on LP in my collection, but I'm really glad to have it now. Thank you very much, Suga Records out of Chicago, Illinois. Check out their website, Suga Records, Chicago, Illinois. Great selection, really cool prices. Shipping's not too bad to Toronto here. Look at that, eh? They sent me a whole whack of stickers right there. Suga Records. Check them out. I've gotten some really cool horror soundtrack records from them too. Their shipping's pretty quick as well to Toronto. Anyhow, oh, one more thing from Suga Records. Here it is right here. A female girly band called Little Tits. Okay, here is their cassette called The Usual. Now, these guys are a local band from Chicago, Illinois. A noise rock band, a noise punk rock band. There's the cassette right there. I've listened to a bunch of their stuff, and I really like this recording in particular. Very extremely reminiscent of the Lunatics, Babes in Toyland. There you go. There's a picture of them right there. Oh yeah, look at those chicks right there. I like you, I like you, and I like you. There you go. Chicago's noise, trashy noise punk band. Check them out. This is a really, really cool cassette. I think Suga Records still has these in stock. I really do like this recording right here. Look at that. Nice cover too, the witches. Yeah. If you can listen, if you can visualize, say like Babes in Toyland meets the Lunatics on fricking like something. Like, this is it, man. Little Tits right here. Check them out. Creepy Ghoul recommendation. Alright, let's get to some of the records. It's the return of the records. Check this out. From NWN, I picked this one up. It's called Rhapsody en France. It's an old school French punk rock compilation. A lot of these bands I had, surprisingly, I had never even heard of. I listened to this record online, and I was like, I gotta have it, man. I really gotta have it. This is early mid-80s French punk compilation. I love compilations. Reissued 2021. If you like traditional 80s punk rock, punk hardcore from overseas, then you need to get your hands on this record. I honestly, seriously, highly recommend this record right here. And the beauty of it is I had never even heard of any of these bands in the French scene. Maybe one Wrapped, maybe, but really happy to have my hands on this one right here. 100% 2 fingers in the air, French punk rock, punk hardcore. Definitely. I resonate. I definitely resonate. Mission of Christ. There we go, right there. Now, I wasn't too familiar with these guys back in the old days. I've seen this record pop up quite a bit, thought nothing of it, so I decided, you know, I was just going to listen to it, and decided, you know, what the hell, this is freaking amazing, and I was like kicking myself for not giving it more of a chance sooner. I was familiar with Mission of Christ beforehand, but not as familiar as I was when I listened to them and resonated with the sound. Again, from right here in Canada, here you go, right there. This has got like, this is it right here, Silence in Grave, right here. Classic Canadian punk rock. It even comes with a bonus 7-incher. There it is right there. Realms of Evil. I think NWN may still have these in stock. I'm not sure. Again, highly recommended. If you like the early, like punk hardcore, mid-80s style, Christ on Parade, skate rock, 110% skate rock right here. Grab this Mission of Christ album right here. I love skate rock. How many of you remember Half-Life from the old days? There we go. From my local record shop, Kops Records, K-O-P-S, Kops Records. If you guys are ever in the Toronto area, you need to check out Kops Records, seriously. If you're just starting out your record collection, you need to check out Kops Records. I'm telling you, the price is right, the selection is amazing. Every now and again, something like this will pop up. This is from CHRY, a record station, a radio station we had here a while back. It's still active under another name, but CHRY 105.5. I remember back in the day listening to a punk rock record show that they had in one of the afternoons. I don't remember, it was a weekday afternoon type of thing. But yeah, they play a lot of great stuff. Here it is right here, Half-Life. These guys are from, I can't even remember where they're from, to be honest. Pittsburgh. Yeah, I was going to say Philly or Pittsburgh, but they're from Pittsburgh. There you go, right there. Half-Life. This is a radio station copy. Really happy to have a piece of history right here from CHRY 105.5. Whenever you find radio station copies, scoop them up. There you go, Half-Life, punk hardcore from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Old school, man, old school. Debut album too, right there. Never give in, never give in. I remember having hair. Okay, so moving right along. I am going to give a shout out to Circus Records. If you're ever in Toronto, you need to check out Circus Records on the Danforth. Really cool selection of records, decently priced. It's like an old school book emporium as well. Circus Records and books, comic books, books of every genre, the older the better. You need to check it out. They got like t-shirts, punk shirts, metal shirts, cassettes, CDs, records, you name it, man. This is a really cool shop. If you're ever in Toronto, check out Circus Records and Books. Circus Books and Music, sorry. There you go. And one of the things I did get from them last time I was there was volume 2 of Tackhead's Power Inc. Now, if you're into the old school industrial EBM, Front 242, Frontline Assembly, MC 900 Foot Jesus, that type of thing, you're going to need to check out some Tackhead. The Tackhead sound system, diffuse the ticking time bomb of tension. Now, last time I was there, the second last time I was there before this time, I had gotten volume 1 and 3, and I've been searching online for volume 2, which is extremely hard to get. Lo and behold, last time I went in, I found volume 2. Thank you very much. Manifestation. Yeah, the Tackhead sound system. Check it out. Old school, EBM, industrial, really great stuff. Tackhead. All right, and let's see, what do we got here? So we got some miscellaneous stuff here, including the Tackhead sound system. One of my favorite reggae artists, next to Eek a Mouse, No Marley, no, is Big Youth. I have an earlier pressing of this debut album called Screaming Target. I recently found a Canadian pressing of it on Clock Tower Records. Clock Tower Records puts out a lot of the old reggae and dub recordings that have just been lost and forgotten about. And I was shocked. Walked into my local record store recently, Cops Records as well, KOPS. Again, check them out if you're in Toronto. And I found a copy of Screaming Target. I'm like, wow, I'm gonna get this. It was really, really decently priced. Like beyond decently priced for a brand new record. And I scooped it up. This is gonna act as my playing copy. If you like grassroots reggae, old school, like we're talking like 70s right here, this sounded like he recorded this in his bedroom or basement. Like, it's raw, it's amazing. Like, seriously, check out Screaming Target by Big Youth right there. And Clock Tower Records is out of Canada, Unionville, which is not too far from Toronto here. The label is called Abraham Records, Abraham Clock Tower. He's an actual person, actually. Read up his history. Google Clock Tower Records Abraham, or go on Discogs and read this story, man. This is really cool if you're into the old school stuff. Check it out. Big Youth. Okay, check this one out. This one I scooped up from NWN. It was like a one-off. It's called Crypt Vapor, and the album is called Tomb della Cita. Cool cover. I listened to it before I bought it, and I'm like, wow, really? If you are into Italian, old school Italian horror, like we're talking from the 80s, like Fulci and Argento, Lenzi, you need to check this record out. If you're into the soundtracks, check this out. This sounds like something out of a Fulci or Argento film from the 80s. Giallo. Check it out. Again, the project is called Crypt Vapor. Album is called Tomb della Cita. How well you're going to see that. There you go. Now, this has nothing to do with a movie. Death Shadow Records. Never heard of them. This is a really amazing, like, I don't know what you want to call it, but there's a lot of projects now doing things like this where They're just a project, and they're re-envisioning old horror movies and putting together like their version of what the soundtrack may have sounded like or should have sounded like, type of thing. This is no different. I highly recommend this. Crypt Vapor. Amazing. Amazing. The feeling is so there. You need to check it out. I'm serious. Okay, so guys, I got some more loot here. You gotta check it out. One of the bands that have heavily influenced me in music and art would be the mighty Septic Death. Pusshead. You know his artwork. All the Metallica shirts and whatnot. Anyways, just got this Septic Death now that I have the Attention patch. I own an original pressing of this album too. Jeez. Check this out. Love that. That's got to go on like the back of an army jacket or something. The Septic Death logo. Septic Death needs no introduction. It's funny enough, I meant to talk about in some of my previous videos that a Septic Death, the Septic Death live show video finally made its way onto YouTube. This was like last year or even a couple of years ago, very recent though, and I managed to snag a copy of it off YouTube. I believe it's their last show from the farm in San Francisco. Holy crap, man. Like, I'll try to put a link if I remember in the description box. You gotta check this out. Like, what a show. I would have loved to have been there. You know, it was said that Pusshead, and Pusshead doesn't have a great reputation type of thing in the underground, but it was said that Pusshead had this video type of thing, and you know, when would it surface? Nobody knew, but some way, somehow, it surfaced. And the quality is like of the time, and I'm really happy to have it. I watched it like several times already. It's an amazing show. I believe it was their last show. Yeah, I'm gonna put a link for it in the description box there. So check this out. Got the latest issue of Rue Morgue magazine a little while ago in the mail, and again, I don't know, man. I probably will not be renewing my subscription to this magazine. I'm sorry to say. Just the feeling is gone from the 90s type of thing, or even into the 2000s. I appreciate this magazine for the sake of me keeping in touch with what's going on in the horror world, and I feel like I'm greatly out of touch because I don't really go anywhere. You know, I'm just not feeling the magazine. I mean, you might feel it, I'm just not. But yeah, Rue Morgue magazine, check it out. You know, to each his own. I'm not resonating with this magazine anymore. I love Horror Hound magazine or Dark Side magazine. Okay, so I want to show you guys some t-shirts, some horror t-shirts that I just got. Check this out. How many of you remember the movie, sorry, the film, Extro? The British sci-fi film Extro. Check this out. This is a forgotten and lost film, very extremely underrated and never talked about. Extro. There's an Extro 2, which I will not recommend at all. Don't even bother. You gotta check out Extro if you haven't already. This is a great horror sci-fi film from the mid-80s, man. I'm telling you, check it out. It's insane. Next shirt I got, this is one of my favorite images from Elm Street. I also have a poster of it right over there, which you can't really see, but check that out. I think she's pretty hot, and I really do like this image. One of my favorite images from part 2. I would love to get this giant poster. I've got a mini promo poster of it right here. Next up, really cool film, The Werewolf Woman. very hot film, I gotta say. Yeah, Werewolf Woman says it all. The image says it all. If you know what I mean, you need to check out this film. It's a roller coaster ride, and she is pretty hot. And last t-shirt I got was, been meaning to pick this one up for a while now. Samhain, the classic show from the Rock Hotel with Wide-Eye and Hellbent. There it is right there. Really good quality shirt from Hell's Headbangers. Really happy to have this. Samhain. I was just listening to a Samhain record today, actually. And they talked, and on the record I had an interview with them, and they talked about this show, upcoming show, actually. Funny enough. There you go. Alright, check this out. Last but not least, I got a couple more items here for you guys. I was at my local Dollarama today, just grabbing some snacks and like whatnot, because Dollarama is a great place to get snacks. I came across a couple of things here that just blew my mind. This really caught my eye. Now, normally I don't collect cars, Hot Wheels or anything like that anymore type of thing. I used to collect the horror ones or the metal ones or whatever, the Motley Crue I think I've got or whatever. I came across this mini dinky car Batmobile, the original Batmobile, classic TV series Batmobile. I couldn't resist. I was actually searching for another one too, but this was just a one-off, and they had like almost 100 Hot Wheels cars there, and this was the one-off, so I grabbed it because my place is called the Bat Cave, and I do like Batman. I do like old school Batman, although I haven't seen the new movie yet. I'm waiting for a digital copy to surface because my comfort level is not yet there to sit in a movie theater, if you know what I mean. But yeah, happy to get that. It was only like $1 and change. Not bad, eh? There you go. Alright, and check this out. I couldn't believe this. I started laughing in the middle of the aisle. To myself, of course. Dollarama. Well, it cost me like $4, but I figured, what the hell? Where the hell did these come from, and what are they? Really? There was Ramones, Metallica, Queen, Pearl Jam, I think. Ugh. I grabbed the Ramones and Metallica. Now, check this out. We got Cliff Burton back there. Look at that. I'm keeping that on there, because no one will ever believe I got this at Dollarama. I don't know where these books came from, man, but like, it's like, wow. This is like a total one-off. And sometimes these gems or these weird things end up at your local dollar store or discount shop. This has got the entire history of Metallica. First steps, Dave Mustaine, demo tapes, just like really, really cool hardcover book. Like seriously, it's like that thin. It's like a kid's book almost. Unreal, man, unreal. And the other one I scooped up was the Ramones. Had to have the Ramones, man. Look at that. Here's the back. And again, the history of the Ramones. Had to have it. CBGB's first concert, Johnny Ramone, Joey Ramone, rehearsals, and just like all sorts of stuff. This is like, it's like a kid's book. It's like if you were getting your little kid into like these bands, this is the book that you would read to them. Crazy stuff, man, I'm telling you. Had to have them for the collection. Had to have them. $4 a pop. Why not? Anyways, guys, that was my punk rock and the rest video. Hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. Give me a couple thumbs up, will ya? Like, share, and subscribe to the video. Thank you for watching Creepy Ghoul Vision, and we will see you on the next video. Stay